You are watching Death Valley Television. I am Jonathan West, and it is week 8 of the college football season as Death Valley Technical is number 3 in the top 25 as they look to continue conference play today against the Boise State Broncos, who currently sit atop at 5-2 overall, 1-0 in conference. The Scavengers, the only undefeated program right now in the Pac-12. They look to keep it that way against a Boise State team that they are favored against. Now, that doesn't mean anything in sports. We've seen it plenty of times. Upsets happen. But the Scavengers did what they needed to do against Oregon State. Did the defense let up probably a little more than some expected? Yeah. But they got the job done against Oregon State thanks to some big plays on special teams as well. I think they might need that against Boise State. This Boise team much better than the Oregon State team they saw last week. That is a definite. But still a lot of familiar faces on that Boise State roster. Now, when it comes to Boise's injuries, they will be without their starting center, Caleb Vigil, and one of their linebackers in Trey Fasandi. Now, not the biggest injury there. We'll talk about that here in a bit. But Trayvon Wright is still their quarterback, the senior out of Louisville, Kentucky, the man who transferred from Louisville a handful of years ago. And, well, the Scavengers saw him last year and were able to topple him. But he is a very solid player. 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, had 22 and 11 last season. He's looking to top that this year. Also a very good back in the backfield in Siri Gaines out of Paris, California. He is a back that can run you over if need be, but is not his main skill set. They don't run the ball a ton, and he hasn't been as consistent as they would like, only 3.8 yards per carry. The Scavengers, if they can bottle him up, should do just fine. Now, a middle linebacker, I said it wasn't an issue. Well, that's because their top linebacker is Peyton Carney, the right outside linebacker out of Birmingham, Alabama. The junior is the key contributor to that linebacking core, 54 total tackles this season already, and 1.5 sacks to go along with it. His best season in his career here at Boise State. And, of course, in the secondary, they do have Sergio Adkins, but their top guy is Trayvon Tolmere, who is the top defender to watch out for, the former teammate of Matt Payne. But Matt Payne won't be seeing the field today as they're going to roll out John Bush again against Trayvon Tolmere and this Boise State defense. So we'll head down to the hunting ground to get things off in this one, as it's going to be Boise State in the all blues, and in the blood reds are the Scavengers. Always love to see the blue versus red matchup, as Alex Fair, the senior receiver, looks to be a weapon today for the Broncos. His right gets a man in motion. That's Siri Gaines to start things, and they take a shot off the bat, and it's knocked away by Eli Milhausen. Flipping the play here on 2nd and 10 is Wright. As taking the snap, looking to throw. That one is caught and will be a new set of downs. Trayvon Wright takes the snap here on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be enough for a first down. He was just shy of the first off that last play. I said new set of downs. He was just a hair away from getting a new set of downs as Siri Gaines gets them half there. 2nd and 5. Another handoff to Gaines, and he's got it outside. That's going to be enough for the first. And I'm sorry, that's Dylan Riley on the carry. Riley 36, Gaines 26. There's Gaines again in the ball game, and he'll take it up the middle and pick up a new gain of 7 on that 2nd and 3. Think I'm too used to watching teams pick up first downs on us at this point, as Trayvon Wright picks up the first there through the air. 1st and 10, Wright does not get his man there. Milhausen with the deflection in the end zone. But definitely in field goal range of the Broncos as back goes right and Xavier Miles catches up. The first sack of the day, and that gets them into a lot further field goal range. Miles making a big play there, now moving it back to 3rd and 23. Barry Michaels almost jumping off sides. There's Earl Shell, finds another sack on the season, as that's going to move them out of field goal range, I would think 59 yards from here. But 2 big back-to-back sacks gets the stop the Scavengers needed. So Boise State on to punt. Ty Tabor back to return, and this one's going to be a fantastic boot inside the 5. So a great punt from Boise State brings out John Bush and this offense that was able to topple Oregon State last week. Can they find the same success today, though? 1st and 10 at their own 4 to start. Not where you want to begin, as Shaq McBath can't find much. 2nd and 8 after the 2-yard gain by McBath. Bush hands off again. McBath doesn't find a lot there. Gain of 3. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. They flip this one to Luvo. He finds room, and it looked to me like he had enough. They say just inches shy. I think it's less than even inches as they keep the offense out there, and Bush has it. Aggressive early to pick up the first, but they know they need to put points on the board. As a keeper here for Bush, avoids one man, and that's going to be a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5 after the option run. Blanco in the ball game, and they go his way on the ground, but he can't find much. The running game off to a very slow start here. 3rd down and 4. Through the air they go. It's Alex Slade over the middle. He's going to have a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Bush goes play action here as that one lobbed up for Kavion quickly. Couldn't find his man as that was knocked away. 2nd and 10. Handoff goes to McBath on 2nd down, but they're ready for it. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8, the first 3rd and long of the day for DVT. Can they pick up the first as that screen doesn't set up quick enough? Incomplete, and back to Boise State's offense we go after the punt. Quick throw here by Wright. That one is caught. Manu Coffey couldn't get there quick enough as it takes us to the end of the first quarter, all tied up with goose eggs on the board, as the Scavengers have had a tough time going on offense on their first drive, and Boise State tries to find the success they found on their first. 2nd quarter of action begins. 2nd and 2. Flip goes to the receiver, and Fair is off, picking up a 1st down. So the first catch for Alex Fair is a big one. 1st and 10 now, as they flip this one around. He regains in the ball game. And they will go play action. Right with time. Checks that one down. And nowhere really to go there. Fair couldn't find much. 2nd and 12. It's a screen. That one up in the air and incomplete. So 3rd down and long for Boise. No offense has found their mojo yet. As over the middle, that one's caught, and that will be just shy. They will keep the offense out, though, on 4th and 1. No field goal attempt here as they go play action. That caught the defense off guard, and a new set of downs. Boise State moves the chains and keeps this drive alive. As this one is caught on the sideline. That's going to be a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Hand off to Gaines. He's taken down quick. That was Shell all over it. 2nd and 13. They go play action again. This a quick throw and nowhere to go. Well defended. So 3rd and 18 now. They've just got to play smart. Pressure coming, and Wright throws that one away. It forces a field goal, a bit of bend but don't break by the DVT defense. But Boise State's kick is up. It is good, and it is the first lead of the game for the Broncos. So 7 minutes left here in the second quarter of action. The score only 3-0. Not a lot on the scoreboard yet as McBath tries to change that with a big run. That is exactly what they were looking for, a 30-yard scamper for Shaq McBath there. 1st and 10 with Blanco now in the game. They go play action. Quick throw here to Dakota Pounds, and he'll pick up 4. 2nd and 6. Bush looking to throw underneath. That's Slade. He's going to have a new set of downs. 1st and 10. They flip this one to Luvo again. He cuts back there with the juke, and that's going to be enough for the first, they say. That one looks shorter than the last. 1st and 10. McBath back in the ballgame and running back. And he's going to go up the middle, fight for 4 yards. And they're, I'd assume, in field goal range for George Lincoln. Hand off again to McBath as he goes inside, fights for another 4 to 5 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and short. They go right back to him to the outside. He goes to the 20, 10, 5, he's in. Touchdown, Shaq McBath, and the Scavengers take their first lead of the day. So a quick lead change now with under 3 minutes to go as the Scavengers take the lead here in their home. Boise State now playing from behind for the first time today. 1st and 10 with just about 2:50 left. 2nd and 10 now after the stop on 1st down from that handoff to Gaines. They go back to Gaines with the delayed handoff, and he's got plenty of room. A new set of downs. 2-minute warning has hit. Saying 1st and 10. Quick throw here. Goes to the tight end, and he'll have enough. 1st and 10. No huddle begins here for Boise. As Trayvon Wright tries to get this offense downfield again. They've done a good job of getting down there. They haven't finished the job as Wright takes off with it, and he's dragged down by Jaden Anthony. 1st and 10, $1:40 left. Wright with plenty of time. They only rush 3 as that is caught by Fair, and he's going to have a 6-yard pickup. I believe this is range for Boise State when it comes to a field goal, as that's going to get them even closer. Another 1st down here. 40 seconds left before we head to halftime. Pressure sent, and Shell gets there. Good push against the left tackle as Earl Shell's great season continues. As over the middle, that is caught. Wide open was the tight end with no one around him. Touchdown Broncos. And right before half, Boise State goes to Boswell, the tight end, and picks up the lead. Well, the Scavengers had a miracle before half last week, and they do it again. As Bush just going to try and run with it. Did not work. He was caught in the pocket, sacked as we head to halftime. It's 10-7, Boise State on top, and there are some big visits. Tony V, as some have called him. He is the big running back recruit. The expectation is he will give his commitment today. But the bigger one is Paul Lamar, who everyone thought was going to commit last week to Arizona State, elected to take this visit. And if they win this, they might have a chance to win him over. Tevin Nicholas also visiting today. So a fellow receiver there for Paul Lamar is visiting. Now, last week they did, though, get a verbal commitment out of a handful of recruits, Nick Burton being one of them, the right tackle who they believe has a lot of upside. So a big addition to the offensive line, along with Martin Cobb, a defensive tackle they believe they can help grow into a full disruptive force, definitely known for his pass rush. And finally, David D'Ampiro, who they're not sure where he's going to play yet, but they love his size and strength, and that's his big, helpful ability right now for them. Clayton Boswell has been the offense right now for Boise State, 75 yards on 5 catches, and of course the wide open touchdown reception. When you're 6'7", 240, that's a big body to find, and he kind of is hard to miss. It's 10-7 at half, Boise on top. The Scavengers going to have to find a way to stop this Boise offense. Welcome to the second half of action, everyone, as Boise State on top 10-7 in this one. And the Scavengers just looking to find some momentum on offense. So a handoff to start things for Shaq McBath. Only gained 2 yards there as Bush hands off to him again. Tries to get outside. The block is not made, and it leads to no gain. 3rd down and 8. Bush takes the snap out of the gun, setting up a screen here for Blanco, or I'm sorry, that's McBath, and that's not going to be enough. So a quick 3 and out for the Scavengers is the last thing they've needed, because the Broncos have driven downfield every offensive possession for the most part. They may not have a lot of points on the board, but their offense has moved the ball. And that's the last thing the Scavengers need to see is another first down catch. 1st and 10, right in the gun. Hands off Riley. He fights off a defender, and he's going to have enough for the first. Or I'm sorry, just shy of the first. Like he had it to me. 2nd and 1. Hand off Riley again. He spins off of a man and has a new set of downs. And nothing is going right for this Scavengers defense against this Boise State offense. Currently, as Raheem Clay finally shuts down the ground game there. 2nd and 13. Quick throw here. That's fair. He's not going to go far. So 3rd down and 11. A big opportunity for a stop here. It's a delayed handoff to Siri Gaines, and they're able to bring him down. It'll be a 54-yard field goal attempt. Kicks up, and it is right down the middle, and that thing had room. So a big leg by Morris gets them a 6-point lead, and now the Scavengers have to find something in their bag of tricks on offense. As they flip this one to Luvo, it's been arguably the best play this season, has been that jet pass, but a flag looks like it's going to be on Matt Gage. It's been the story of the season again. Holds, and more holds by just about everyone. 1st and 15. Bush takes the snap out of the gun. Plenty of time. Checks this one down to Blanco. 2nd and 14 now. Only 1 yard by Blanco on that last pass. As McBath goes nowhere, it's maybe 1 yard. And they're looking at 3rd and 13 now. Bush to throw. Takes the shot wide open. It's Shaq McBath down the sideline to the 10-5 touchdown. Who had Shaq with the long touchdown reception? Because I didn't. That was not on my bingo card today. As DVT takes the lead, the 2nd touchdown for Shaq today. So they catch Boise State sleeping there with the Shaq McBath deep touchdown. Did not see that happening. 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard pickup by Gaines. Right back to the air, finds Clayton Boswell. He has been the guy, and it's another first down, and this team has not tackled well again. They have not been able to take down certain players on first contact, and it has been a problem, as not getting off blocks is a problem here, as that leads to a new set of downs. That jet pass has worked for both sides plenty today. Hand off to Siri Gaines. He powers through Benji Duke. Picks up 3. Dylan Riley checks in now. They go play action off of Riley, and this one's caught. Quick throw from Wright as he had pressure in his face. It's a new set of downs, and Boise State's offense has not skipped a beat today, as that screen doesn't go very far. Back to the line of scrimmage as we head to the 4th and final quarter of action. It's a 1-point game, but the difference feels like Boise State can't really be stopped. The 4th and final quarter of action underway here. 2nd and 10 for Boise as they begin. And that's Boswell underneath. He's got the first with ease. It's been all Clayton Boswell. 1st and 10. Wright flips this one to Fair. Alex Fair outside. No one around him. Touchdown Boise. Between Boswell and the jet pass, it's been unstoppable for the Broncos right now. They take back the lead, and you've got to wonder if DVT can keep up right now. Boise going for 2 to make it a pure 7-point ball game. Wright connects. Guess who? And I'm sorry, that's not Boswell. I thought that would be the main target there. But caught nonetheless, 21-14. A 7-point ball game as Bush going to take a shot to Luvo. That one, though, knocked away. Double coverage there. He had quickly underneath. Should have gone there. Would have been a nice pickup. 2nd and 10. Bush goes underneath this time. This is Matt Gage, the blocking tight end, picking up the first down. 1st and 10. The sophomore in the empty. And that screen did not set up well enough, or Bush didn't like it. I'm not sure exactly what the problem was there. Looked like Slade might have had some good yardage if he got that ball, as Blanco on the run gets him close to a new set of downs. 3rd and inches. There you go, McBath outside. He's going to have enough, but a flag flies. You've got to be kidding me. And this one's going to be on Albert Puzzles. It feels like every player has been a problem this season when it comes to holding. They flip this one to Luvo. They're hoping not for another hold, as that one's going to give them a new set of downs. No flags on the field. And the jet pass continues to find success for both sides. Bush lobs this one downfield, well covered, as Bell was certainly not open. 2nd and 10. Blanco on the ground fighting, finds a new set of downs. And they've at least gotten themselves into field goal range, which is a positive, as play action does not work. Down goes Bush. 2nd and 17 now after the sack. Bush going to take off with it himself here. He gains a chunk back, but it sets up 3rd down and 11. They just send him down the field again, as there's a flag here intended for Kavion Quickly. I thought it might have been PI for a second, but it's a hold on Dante Kenoy, who has been the biggest problem child when it comes to the penalties this season. 4th and 11. The Scavengers going for it as Alex Slade makes the catch. First and 10 now inside the 5. Bush rolling left. He's a righty, not the easiest thing to do. That's incomplete. And I don't like that play call at all. Second and goal. Bush, quick throw to Luvo, and he can't hang on. Well covered, but he had the advantage there. Third and goal. The Scavengers hand it off, and a flag flies. You've got to be kidding me. Another hold, this one on Roosevelt Lamar. They're going to decline that one, and the Scavengers will stay on the field. Hand off on 4th and goal. McBath is in. Touchdown number 3 on the day. Every score has been in the hands of Shaq McBath. But the holds were a problem. 3 on that drive alone. Not what you want to see. They were able to fight through it. But now the defense has to do their part. First and 10. Hand off to Gaines. Gaines finds room. He's got the first. And now the no-huddle begins for Boise State. They saw something they liked there. Changing up the play now is Wright. First and 10. Man in motion. Hand off Gaines. Siri Gaines checked down after 5 yards there. Second and 5 as Riley checks in. Wright, though, finds his man, and he'll be just shy of the mark. Brings up 3rd down and 1. The front 4 need to play well here. Hand off to Gaines, and down he goes. Juan Donnerson. The biggest stop of the game right there is 2:20 remains as Shaq McBath carries this one for the Scavengers and gets them close to a new set of downs. 2 minutes left now as the warning is hit. Bush gonna throw it as that's Bell on the catch. Trayan Bell picks up the first. Stops the clock by getting out of bounds. Not really what the Scavengers need right now. As a throw intended for Slade, but they were not on the same page. He wasn't even looking at the ball there. Second and 10. Hand off to Blanco. He's going nowhere. Big 3rd down and 11. They need a good play here. Bush finds Bell. Bell will be just shy of the mark. It's a long field goal attempt. And the offense stays out there. They will not attempt the 54-yarder. 4th and 1. Hand off McBath. He couldn't get it. A turnover on downs leads to Boise's ball with 1:10. They have arguably the biggest leg of a kicker we've seen this season. And they have an opportunity to end this ball game. They don't need to get much further to end it. As that one is incomplete. That's a big breakup by Randall Glenn. 3rd down and 3 if they can get this stop. Quick throw, and you've got to be kidding me. That looked like a pick. Either way, it's a first down. I feel like there should have been some type of flag there. Looked like a pick play to me as Clayton Boswell makes the catch. From here, it's 56. That seems to be in the range. As that one is caught, they are certainly in field goal range now. 1st and 10. The clock keeps ticking. Play action here to the end zone, and that one's off the mark. They're set up straight down the middle. 8 seconds left. Kicks up. It's good. Boise up by 3. And the Scavengers need a miracle. Keep in mind, folks, 1 loss in conference could be the difference between this team and the Pac-12 title game, or sitting at home and not even having to worry about the playoffs. It is a very intense situation here with 4 seconds remaining. It's very returnable. Slade. He returned a kick last week. Doesn't return this one with a single second on the clock. Do the Scavengers have a miracle in them? They take the shot for Luvo. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Boise State is now the one behind the one in the Scavengers 7-1. Trayvon Wright and company topple DVT in the hunting ground, and it just looked like the defense couldn't stop them. That's as easy as you can put it. They got one stop when it comes to a serious punt. They got down inside the 20 nearly every drive at some point. It was not a good look for this Scavengers team. Now, John Bush didn't play bad, not at all. No win though for him here. He now is 1-1 as a starting quarterback for the Scavengers. I mean, you can say what you want about Matt Payne. He is undefeated under center. I'm not going to say that means they should start him or shouldn't, but he is undefeated under center. John Bush still had a very solid outing. The Scavengers defense, I think, was the problem today. The offense certainly did not get their juice going until far too late. The Scavengers defense just let Boise State go to work. They could not stop them from getting deep down the field. Every drive went there except for one. They could not stop that offense. Earl Shell wins Defensive Player of the Week. I mean, he had a good outing, two more sacks, 8 total tackles on the day. That's great and all, but it comes in a loss, and you certainly don't want that. He also takes home National Defensive Player of the Week honors. You've got to think that they're going to recognize him highly for the Defensive Player of the Year awards. Shaq McBath also takes home Offensive Player of the Week for his 3-touchdown performance, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. But the Scavengers see it as a bittersweet day as they get set to take on the Great Lakes University Otters next week. Let's hope they've got a bounce-back game in them.